Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. Today we're going to continue building our refinery. Before we do that, I want to explain a couple things. First, I downloaded a mod called Armor Mk3, which ironically also gives you Armor Mk4, which I am currently researching. So this comes with it a number of improved technologies. The first of which is the actual Armor Mk3, which gives you a larger equipment grid and increased inventory bonus. Actually, let me see what the Mark II has an inventory bonus of 30, and the Mark III has a bonus of 50. So you get 2 more rows of inventory. I've already made a Mark III and I'm wearing it right now. I'll show it to you in a moment. You also get, okay, and I'm researching Armor Mk4 right now, which has inventory bonus of 60 and a 20 by 20 grid, which is pretty good. I mean, the 20 by 20 grid is pretty huge, actually. There's also an improved battery. Whoops. Okay, there's a fusion battery, which has, let's see, well, it's 2 by 3, so it's bigger instead of 1 by 3, which is what the normal one is. Or is it 1 by 2? Yeah, this one's 2 by 3. And this holds 750 megajoules. Let me get out of my train for a minute. So this is the Armor Mk3. As you can see, even with all my stuff, I made 2 more fusion reactors, and I still have plenty of room. So the normal battery is 1 by 2, stores 100 megajoules. So that's like 50 megajoules per slot. The new one is 6 slots, 750 megajoules, so that's a little over 100 per slot, right? 125 per slot. So much more dense in terms of energy, but more expensive too. As you can see, it takes 10 Mark II batteries, but I don't even have 10 of them. So anyway, I'm not sure if I'll make any of those, but it's a possibility. There's also energy shield upgrade. There's like a personal nuclear reactor. Which is 3 by 3 and makes 300 kilowatts. Versus 4 by 4 making 750. So I don't see that. That's not an upgrade to the portable fusion reactor, but it's probably something that you can get earlier in the game to bridge the gap. Yeah, because this only takes up to blue science. So this would be something that would be good to bridge the gap between getting your first power armor and getting the portable fusion reactor researched, right? Because you can do this with basic components, and you only need blue science to get that done. So that's pretty nice. But I'm not going to use it in this game, obviously. What's really got me excited is this shielded singularity equipment. Right now, this one clearly is very expensive to make. I mean, it takes 3,300 blue circuits to make one of these, 12,000 plastic, 5,000 batteries. All right, so this is a pretty 44,000 copper. So these are pretty expensive to make. You might not make a lot of these, but it's 4 by 4, which is the same size as our fusion reactor, and it makes 3 megawatts. Whereas these make 750 kilowatts. So one of those could replace all 4 of these. So that's pretty powerful. I might try to make 2 or 3 of those. And a bunch more roboports. Anyway, I'm still researching Armor Mk4. We're almost there, but we need more space science packs. We're at 92% of a rocket right now, but I think we're waiting on rocket control units. Yeah, we're waiting on rocket control units, and these are not producing very quickly at all. Let's see what we got. Nothing coming because there's no blue circuits. You know, this is why I wanted to make blue circuits. Let's see what we got for blue circuits. Okay. We have very few blue circuits. So let me send this over to the rocket control unit unload point. We'll take what we can get, and hopefully that'll be enough just to push us over the edge to get that Power Armor Mk3 research done. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, we didn't get very much, did we? Could be enough, though. We'll get another little batch of rocket control units from that. We have a few here already, not too many. Right, 13, 14. This will give us maybe 1 or 2% of a rocket, so it's not very much. But we'll wait for this to finish up and see if we can get that done. Anyway, I'm not in a big hurry, because even with the Mk3, I have way more equipment grid than I actually need right now. But the extra inventory space is nice. So I added a new task here called Fix Red Circuit Unloading. I've actually already done it, but I just wanted to show you what I did. So I left that there so I don't forget. Someone very helpfully pointed out in the comments that my previous unloading design for plastic and green circuits, which was, let me see if I can find an example. It's where I was doing, okay, well, let me just make one. It's where I was doing this. Right, and then I was coming out with 2 belts. Well, that was giving me half a belt here and half a belt here, which only amounts to 1 belt. So even though I was splitting it into 2, I was only getting 2 belts that are loaded at 50%. And remember, on my planner, I needed 1.2 belts of plastic and 1.2 belts of green circuits. So this was only giving me 1 belt of each, going to each column, which was not going to be enough. Let me shut off Discord. So with that, I was never going to be able to reach the full output of this red circuit build. So I changed it up a little bit to this design, where we basically unload onto 2 splitters, which are both facing into a single belt, right? So this way it's 3 tiles wide, so that way we can fit 2 on each train car or each cargo wagon. Now this doesn't give you a full belt. From that, oh, I don't have the web page up, but from this you can get about, I think it's about 0.8 of a belt full using this design. It's like 35, 36 items per second, something like that. Which again is not a full belt, but with 2 of those, it is enough to give me the 1.2 belts that I need. And the other nice thing about this is this fits within the same amount of space as something like this does. Right. So I was able to fit this there. Over here, I still couldn't fit it because I have a lot of belts to get out. I mean, I suppose I could have unloaded on this side and then gone underground using these 2 tiles and gotten up to the top. Right? That might have, I mean, I don't know if it would have made this any cleaner, to be honest. And again, that's 1.6 belts. And then I think if you really need 2 belts, then you have to do something like we did on smelting. Right? You'd have to do something like this. Even this doesn't give you 2 full belts. Right? These are almost a full belt. It's enough for smelting, but it's not enough for anything else. So I think if you really needed 2 full belts coming out of a cargo wagon, you just have to unload from both sides. Right? You could do something like this, 1 on each side, and that would give you 2 full belts. we maybe could have made that work in this space as well. But you know, there's nothing wrong with this. This is fine. I'm fine with this. And it works. So that's already been done. All right, so now let's finish our first refinery, or second. No, this is actually our third refinery. I don't know why I'm saying it's the first one. All right, so let's go back up there. We'd already gotten the lubricant part done and the refineries themselves, so now we need to do light oil and petroleum gas. And then we should actually be able to keep the red circuit thing that we just built running. Okay, so I've already made a little layout for the heavy to light oil cracking. And I think this will tile nicely. So I've got, 12 beacons as usual. I have the input side on the right, so we can draw from the water on the right side. Unfortunately, the heavy oil we have to get around to the back side, so I have this thing curling around to the back, and then the light oil comes out and joins with this pipe where the light oil is already. Okay, so I think this is going to work pretty well. I guess the only problem with it, if you want to call it a problem, is that we won't be able to share beacons. So we kind of have, I don't know, a bit of a waste of beacons, I guess you could say. All right, so I'm going to copy this whole thing. I already removed the water pipes here so that I can just paste this down. All right, so we just put it down there. And there. And there. And there. And there. There. And one more right there. Okay. So whatever heavy oil makes it past the lubricant factories will come down here and get turned into light oil. All right, and it looks like I'm going to have to put another substation in between each of these. There we go. Okay, let's grab some beacons. I need 84. Well, I'll just grab them all. Perfect. All right, and these don't actually have any heavy oil yet because the pumps are turned off. Right, because we don't have full lubricant tanks yet. Okay, so next we put another loading station. This will be a loading station for light oil, and I think we need to do, yeah, we'll want to do another control circuit like this one. So let's see if we can, if I make this the same distance. Okay, same distance plus one tile, let's say. So I think this is where we'll want to put the light oil pickup station. All right, and I'll do that. That'll go there. Okay. Okay, and then I'll do a couple of signals there. All right, and then I'm gonna copy all of this. Let me edit it. I'll just take out all the pipes because my pipes may need to be in different places. Everything else I'll leave the same because I'll use the same type of control signals in this case as well. Okay, so we just have to change these to say light oil instead of lubricant. And if you're not sure what we're doing here, then watch the previous episode where I set this up. But in short, each of these combinators will send out a unique signal for each one of these tanks if the tank is nearly full. And then we'll use pumps to pump out light oil to be cracked into petroleum gas whenever that condition is met. So that way, if we need light oil in the tanks, all the light oil will go to the tanks. And if we don't need light oil in the tanks, then all the light oil will be turned into petroleum gas. All right. Yeah, so then I just need to connect all those with a green signal. All right, so I'll just send this across like this. All right, and then from there we can connect each of the pumps. Oh, that one was connected already. Okay. All right, and for the pumps, I should be able to just copy the same signal, right? So this one will turn on if it's got an 8, right, which will be this one. Right, so this one will give us an 8 if this tank's almost full. And then that'll be a 7. That'll be a 6. That'll be a 5. I'm just shift right clicking, shift left clicking to copy. And the last one should be a 1. Yep. Okay, and then the last thing that I have to do is get this green output signal up top, which over here I did from this one. So I'll connect that green wire there and up there. Okay. And then we have to connect all the pipes. So, oh, crap. All right. No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm saying crap because I need this light oil to get into the tanks. It was a little simpler up here because the output doesn't need to go anywhere else. So these pumps should actually be... Yeah, it would be better if I had those pumps somewhere else. All right, so let me whitelist pumps. I'll have to redo that part of it. Let me pick up all the pumps. All right, and then I really don't need the green signal wire up here either. Well, I'll just remove it the hard way. It wouldn't hurt anything if I left it there, but I just prefer not to have it if I don't need it, because it might just end up confusing me later when I'm trying to troubleshoot something. Okay. All right, so in this case, I just want the light oil to continue. Okay, heavy oil does not need to continue. All right, so let's do this. We do need water to continue though, right? Yeah, because we'll need water for the final cracking stage. Okay, and then I'll need to add that one more underground for the light oil. What? No. Uh-oh, something's not right. What have I done wrong? Something is not right. Okay, you got water, light oil, petroleum, water, light 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 petroleum, water, light. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's because I don't have another water pipe here. Right, that's okay, because I don't need that one that is right there. Okay. Okay, so I need to get this light oil into these tanks. Like I really need to branch it. Maybe what? No, that wouldn't work. Where can I branch it? Since I don't have heavy oil anymore, I could branch it right here. Yeah, I could put the pump right here, as a matter of fact. And that should reach across. Oh, no. Okay, that's all right. We just move it down a couple more tiles. Here, let's do this. That one's one tile off. And so is that one. Okay. So I guess I'm going to need that green signal wire again. Okay. All right, so now I just have to get the light oil into the tanks. So let's start with this one. What is going on here? What is going on here? There we go. Okay, so there's one, there's two. There's three. This one's pretty easy. Actually, let's do it like that. Okay. Crud. Okay. So these should all be hooked up now. So normally the light oil will come down here. It'll go into the appropriate tank. Number 6, that's number 6. Otherwise the pump turns on and it sends it down here where we can do our cracking. All right, so for the cracking, I'm going to need 2 machines in each column. Light oil to petroleum gas. Yeah, I think the layout can be pretty much the same. Like that. Like that. Something like that. Okay, and then we can stop piping the water there. We can stop piping the light oil there. And I think we're going to need, yeah, we'll need 2 substations. So I'll just put one up there and one down there. And that's that build. So let's do this. Get rid of the rails. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. And then as before, I need another substation in between each of these to carry power. Okay. Let's run our power comb across that. All right, I'm going to clean up some of these electrical wires here. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one. Add one there. Let's get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. I only need one going across. Okay, that looks better. All right, and I think that's it. And I still have lots of room. So I can shorten up this loop down here. Okay, we can shorten it up so that it goes right there. So I'm going to copy that. Okay, let's remember it. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. It's always tricky cleaning up these, these little bits at the end. I always end up taking out the parts that I want, along with the ones that I don't. There we go. Okay. That's better. All right, so now we need a pickup station for petroleum gas. So I'm going to copy all this up to the tanks, and then I'm going to excuse me, do some pretty heavy editing here. All right, so I don't want any beacons. I don't want any modules. I don't even want any pipes. I'll keep the substations. No pumps, no chemical factories, no combinators. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I want. Let's see, how many tiles is this? It's about two tanks distance. That'll be good. And then get rid of all this. We don't want that signal. Let's do half a train and put another signal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's check on our rocket control units. 54. That might be enough. It might be just enough to get those rockets to launch. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I showed you guys. From the labs, I connected a signal from the rocket science chest. And I ran it all the way over here to where the silo is. Right? And I set this up so that if there's less than, or that if it goes down to 0, it'll automatically send the green signal to launch another rocket. So that way it'll only launch a rocket if there's no space science over there. All right, let's see if this will be enough to get us to 100%. It might be just a little short. $96. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit short, I think. Yeah, we're at 98%. Might get to 99. 99%. So close. All right, I guess we'll have to wait for more blue circuits. Well, let's do this now. All right, so this last load of blue circuits should give us enough to get the rockets launched, and then we can finish the Mark IV research. All right, I'll check back on that in a little while. Okay, let's hook this petroleum up. Maybe I can just do something like this. Oh, I need more underground pipes. All right, let me run back to base to resupply. I'm surprised I had enough beacons and modules on me to get all that done. I might have been able to double this and still fit it all into a single grid cell. Okay, this one is still running. So the next step will be to shut this one down so that I can take it apart. All right. Let's go back and finish this up. And then, yeah, I'll shut down refinery 1, wait for that to empty out, and then I'll build a second copy of this over in refinery 1. And then after that, we can do plastic. What did I do wrong here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, so that was right. Okay, why do I have nothing in this tank? Something's broken. No water? Huh. Make sure the others are getting water. Okay. Guess it was only that one that had a problem. We have a bit of a problem with the heavy oil flow. I think I need a bypass valve. Or maybe a storage tank. The heavy oil's backing up and then it's preventing this from working. That's number 5. That's this one. And now petroleum is backed up. Oh, okay. Probably because the tanks are full. Yeah. All right. Petroleum tanks are full. Okay, so let's go take care of shutting down this side. And we can do that by... See, I've got full tanks of everything. I'll just stop requesting additional oil. And I can do that by just cutting the rail, so no more trains will come in. So we'll let this use up the rest of what it's got. Now, I think in this case, unfortunately, I'm probably going to be throwing away tanks of lubricant. Okay, I've got 3 of them, but this stuff doesn't get used up very quickly. Let's see. How are we doing here? Okay, this one's nearly empty. I could send it back to load again. Let me send it back to load again. That way it'll pick up most of what's in these tanks, so it doesn't go to waste. Okay. And the other 2 are already in the depot. All right, so that's... Oh, and now they're going to start to fill up again. Yeah, that probably wasn't the best way to do it. Oh, well. Okay, what about light oil? Both light oil trains are in the depot. One, two, three, 4. Okay, I can make another light oil train. So let me do that. We'll get those emptied. Actually, let's just make 2 more, since we have 2 more depot slots. So I'll get 8 of those, and I'll get 16 fluid wagons. Okay, so I'll send you to light oil 1 until full, and then the depot until you get a circuit condition. And then I'll just send this one to 2. Okay. And then let's go back to number 1. And I think it's not going to fill up right away. That's fine. Okay, how's our petroleum tank over here? These are not quite full. And that's as much as we're going to get. All right, so let's find a petroleum train. Okay, here's one at plastic. So let's send this one back to load again. Okay, light oil's almost gone. This will get rid of most of the petroleum that we have sitting here, and then I'll change the schedule and send it over to number 2. And it'll fill up the rest of the way there. Okay, and then I'm going to copy that. I'll go back over to the depot. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 trains, yeah, going there. So I'll copy that schedule onto 2 more. So that way I'll have 3 going to 2 and 3 still going to 1. Ah, okay, I forgot something very important over there. Okay, and that should get the refineries running again. Yep. Maybe I should have more than one tank over here. In fact, maybe... What if I did something like this? And we fill both tanks. I don't know if that would be a help or not. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, why not? I mean, we probably don't really need the train to load any faster than it does, but this way we'll buffer up enough to fill 2 trains. Huh. That's weird. Seems like it actually slowed it down. Huh. Well, maybe I was just imagining things. And now nothing's happening. Why? Nothing is running. Heavy oil. Are we not getting our signal? This is outputting an 8 equals 1. Ah. There we go. Now all the pumps turn on. It's funny how that one little wire can shut down the whole thing. Okay, so now all the heavy oil is coming down here for cracking. Looks like we're not backing up. That's good. Okay, light oil pumps should be turning on any moment now. There we go. See, they turn on intermittently because what happens is when the pump first turns on, it draws oil back out of the tank a little bit as well. So you can see these things oscillate a little bit. It would be nice if I could put a little one-way valve right here so that the pump can't pull anything out of the tank. Let's see, that's for number 4, that's this one. Yeah. I could put another pump right next to it. Like that. That would prevent anything from coming out of the tank. Because the pump does act as a one-way valve. Right, so now you can see it's constantly enabled. And eventually this pump will stop when the tank is completely full and it can't take anymore. Yeah, that's much better. And here it's not a problem because none of the heavy oil goes into a tank. Okay, so that's looking good, and then these are all full. Those are full. Those are full. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with this. Let's check on our rocket control units. How are we doing here? I got 52. I think that's going to be enough. Oh, there's one here already. In fact, that's the one that I sent over before, and it switched to manual mode. Okay, so now I want this one to go there. And that should be enough to get these rockets launched. Yeah, they're all at 99%. There we go. And then put it back in automatic mode. All right, let's watch the rockets launch again. I think our friend Melanie will be happy to see it. Melanie's grandfather said that playing Factorio has helped her improve her math skills. And I don't doubt it. There's a lot of math that goes into this game. Okay, come on. See, they're not all going to launch simultaneously. The reason for that is that there's a shorter belt path for the ones in the middle, so it takes longer for the ingredients to get to the ones on the end. Although I think it's actually pretty cool when they when they all launch at a different time like that. Okay, and then as soon as that's done loading, this train will go and drop them off, because this is going to wait until it gets at least 8,000 science packs, which is 1,000 from each. So even if the rockets don't all launch at exactly the same time, the train's going to wait until it gets the science packs from at least one launch of each. And then we'll be able to get that research done. Ooh. Okay, the Singularity equipment takes 10K, so I might need yet another rocket launch after this one to finish that. But we'll see. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for today. I will, between episodes, I'm going to disassemble our Mark II refinery, and we'll convert it to a Mark III. All right, so until then, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.